Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Thursday, December 29, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation, so make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Memphis Grizzlies vs Toronto Raptors. The Grizzlies took the court against the Suns and ended up losing by a score of 125-108 in their last contest. In reference to personal fouls, the Grizzlies finished with 23, while the Suns finished the game with 23 personal fouls. They made 17 of their 31 attempts from beyond the perimeter. Phoenix finished the contest at 88.0% from the charity stripe by knocking down 22 of 25 attempts. In addition, Phoenix collected 47 rebounds, 15 offensive, 32 defensive, and had 6 blocked shots. Phoenix recorded 26 assists and had 7 steals in this matchup. Concerning defense, Memphis allowed the other team to shoot 49.4% from the floor on 43 of 87 shooting. They also doled out 18 dimes in this matchup, as well as forcing the other team into 19 turnovers and earning 9 steals. Regarding getting rebounds, they earned 40 with 15 of them being of the offensive variety. When they shot from the charity stripe, the Grizzlies converted 28 of 34 attempts for a percentage of 82.4%. Memphis ended with a 39.6% field goal percentage, 36 out of 91, and converted 8 of 30 shots from beyond the arc. Ja Morant is someone who was a contributor for the contest. He totaled 34 points on 8 of 22 shooting. He was on the court for 31 minutes and also totaled 3 rebounds. Morant finished shooting 36.4% from the field and distributed 6 assists. For their last game, the Raptors took a defeat with a final score of 124-113 when they played the Clippers. The Raptors recorded 29 defensive boards and 10 offensive boards for a total of 39 in this game. They turned it over 12 times, while recording 6 steals for the game. The Clippers were called for 17 personal fouls for this game, which took the Raptors to the free throw line for a total of 26 attempts. They were able to bury 21 of the free throw tries for a percentage of 80.8%. In terms of shooting from beyond the arc, Toronto converted 6 of 23 tries, 26.1%. In all, the Raptors went 43 for 84 from the field, which gave them a rate of 51.2%. The Raptors permitted the Clippers to convert 45 out of 93 attempts from the field, which left them with a rate of 48.4% for the contest. They finished 39.5% from distance via 15 of 38 and ended up shooting 19 out of 23 at the charity stripe, 82.6%. Concerning attacking the glass, Toronto permitted Los Angeles to pull down 47 in total, 15 on the offensive side. Toronto has been terrible as of late, and this is a great spot for Memphis to come into Toronto and blow them out as Los Angeles did on Tuesday. The Raptors could be without VanVleet, who has been a big reason why they have had any success, while Steven Adams should play a big role in this game, as the Raptors' lack of size has been a real problem, as centers have been able to have success against them. As well, in Toronto's last 5 losses, the average margin of loss is 6.8 points, and they haven't been playing teams of the caliber of Memphis. Toronto is too banged up and continues to struggle to shoot the ball, which will be the difference here. Our first pick is to take Memphis. Memphis comes into this one with a mark of 2013 this season. They cough up possession 14.5 times per contest and as a group are committing 19.9 fouls per game. As a team, Memphis is snagging 48.5 rebounds per game and has tallied 817 assists on the year, which is 22nd in basketball in terms of passing. The Grizzlies are hitting 34.4% on shots beyond the perimeter, 381 of 1,106, and 71.4% from the charity stripe. They currently have an average of 115.2 PTS per contest, 10th in basketball, while going 46.4% from the floor. Memphis has been one of the best teams in the NBA this season, but on Tuesday they suffered a tough loss to the Phoenix Suns. The game was competitive every quarter, but the second as they were outscored 42-27, which proved to be the difference. In the game, they were led by Ja Morant, who dropped 34 points, while Desmond Bane had 14 as the only two players to record double-digit points. The Grizzlies are currently 20-13 and 2 games back of the Denver Nuggets for first place in the West, but they are 6-4 in their last 10 and have lost 2 games in a row. On the road, they are also 7-10 as they have been dominant at home, but haven't been able to translate that on the road. Memphis is currently averaging 115.2 ppg, which ranks 10th, while they allow just 111.7 ppg, which also ranks 10th. This season, the Grizzlies have been led by Morant, who's averaging 27.1 ppg, Bane, who's averaging 22.4 ppg, Dillon Brooks, who's chipping in with 17.4, and Jaren Jackson Jr., who's averaging 15.9 ppg. On the defensive end of the court, the Grizzlies are forcing 14.7 turnovers per game, while drawing 21.8 fouls. They concede 36.1% on three-point attempts, while they are 10th in the league in points per game allowed, 111.7. The Grizzlies are giving up a shooting percentage of 44.9%, 1,326 of 2,956, and they concede 43.3 rebounds per game as a squad. They are currently ranked 17th in the NBA in allowing assists with 871 surrendered for the year. Pascal Siakam ended up having an impact for the Raptors for the contest. Siakam scored 36 points in his 41 minutes on the hardwood and totaled 5 dimes for this contest. He buried 13 out of 24 in this contest, giving him a field goal percentage of 54.2% and totaled 9 rebounds. Toronto has a record of 15-19 so far this season. As an offensive team, the Raptors are shooting 45.2% from the floor, which has them ranked 26th in the league. Toronto has tallied 3,788 points on the campaign, 111.4 per game, and they average 42.7 boards per game. Their rate of dishing out assists is at 22.7 times per contest, 26th in the league, and they cough up possession 12.6 times per contest. The Raptors are committing 20.3 fouls per contest, and they connect on 79.3% from the free throw line. Toronto was a trendy pick for many to go on a deep playoff run, as the core was still there and is a young team that many expected to get better. Yet, that has been far from the case, as they are 15-19 and just a half game up on Chicago for 10th in the East and to be a part of the play-in game. Injuries have been a big reason for their slow start, as they are averaging 111.4 ppg, which ranks 21st, while defensively they are solid, as they allow just 111.2 ppg, which is 7th best in the league. This season, Toronto has been led by Pascal Siakam, who's averaging 26.6 ppg, Aga Anunoby, who's averaging 18.8, Fred VanVleet, who's averaging 18.5, Gary Trent Jr., who's chipping in with 16.7, and Scotty Barnes, who's averaging 14.6 points. The Toronto defense gives up 35.9% on three-point shots, 417 of 1,160, and opponents are converting on 80.1% of their foul shots. They have surrendered 25.9 dimes and 41.9 rebounds on a nightly basis, which is 23rd and 6th in the NBA. The Raptors on the defensive side of the court are 7th in the league in points allowed per contest with 111.2. They have forced 16.7 tos every game and have allowed teams to shoot 48.9% from the field, 29th in the league. Even though both teams are some of the better defensive teams, I still like the over in this matchup, as neither has been as good defensively as they have been lately. Although Toronto's shooting is a big concern in hitting the over, they still go to the glass enough to get enough points to help cover this over. Memphis is also playing at a pace of 102, which ranks 11th, while their offensive efficiency is 18th. Toronto, meanwhile, has an offensive efficiency of 110.4, which ranks 15th, but does slow games down, as they play at a pace of 98.3. However, between two good defensive teams, this number seems a few points too low, as both teams have struggled defensively as of late, and I expect that to continue here. Meanwhile, in Memphis's last 10 games, the games are averaging 222 ppg. Toronto's last 10 games, meanwhile, are averaging 227.5 ppg. Our total pick is to take the over.